Man, we're up against a monster, man, and that thing is real. What's up, world? What's the damn deal, man? This is Junior the Truth coming to you with another quick edition of OTM on the Move, presented by, sponsored by, featuring yours truly, Junior the Truth. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Really, truly appreciate it. At the conclusion of the video, please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to the LDBC, man, Lions Den Boxing Community. Be sure to go over and visit the website over at www.ldbcsports.com. Also, every Wednesday, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, tune in to the Smoke City Mobcast. The Smoke City Mobcast link is in the description to that YouTube channel, man. Be sure you go over there and subscribe, like, comment, share. Most importantly, subscribe. Catch us every Wednesday, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You saw the title of the video. You clicked on it. You know why you're here. Let's get to it. So, man, getting straight to it, there's been a large spill out with people, you know, expressing their disdain, expressing their denouncing the post-fight interview and antics of Adrian the Problem Broner following his fight against Jesse Vargas. They, you know, people are just growing tired of the whole, you know, the whole spectacle that, you know, comes about and that has, in my opinion, you know, been attached to the career of Adrian Broner. And then for me, it's pretty much no different. Those of you guys who follow me, once again, you know, I have pretty much a great deal of unwavering support for Adrian Broner and fighters from Ohio. And I guess I have to give you this moment of clarity. When I say my support of them, it's meaning that, you know, when they compete, I'm cheering for them to win. You know what I'm saying? I'm cheering for them to go in and compete at a high level. You know what I mean? I'm actually rooting for them, you know, so on and so forth. As I've done in several, you know, several times in the past, I've been very critical of Adrian Broner and his antics, as well as other, you know, boxers and fighters. But for all intents and purposes, I'm talking about Adrian Broner. I've been very critical of his antics. I've definitely distanced my support from him and his antics and, you know, various things that, you know, he's done in his career. And this situation is definitely no different. But I will say that I look at this situation, and as unpleased as I was, and as, you know, as embarrassed as I was with his post-fight interview and, you know, some of the things, you know, that he said and the way he conducted himself throughout, you know what I mean, throughout this whole fight and the build-up and so on and so forth, I think that there's something there's something bigger at play, and it's something that's bigger than Adrian Broner. It's something that's bigger than my support of Adrian Broner and so on and so forth. Now, I definitely cannot condone his activity, you know what I mean, and his behavior. I feel that Adrian Broner has reached a pinnacle in his career where, you know, the negative is outweighing the positive. You know what I'm saying? And when I say that, meaning, you know, for all of the good things that he does, you know, the good work he does in the respective communities and, you know, all of that kind of stuff is overshadowed by, you know, the negative stuff, period. You know what I mean? It's you never see, for every one media outlet that's covering him, you know, and the other about billions fighters passing out turkeys, you know what I'm saying, on Thanksgiving, he does, you know, well, I won't say for every media outlet that covers that. I'll say for every time, you know, we're aware of him doing events and shit like that, you have 10 other things that he's done that's, you know, that's viewed as, you know, negative. So it's just one of those situations where there's something really, really bigger at play. And the thing is that I believe that the younger generation, you know, these young dudes have come to a point where, and definitely with this whole onslaught of social media shit, they've come to a point where attention is just attention. Like, all attention is good. good attention, bad attention. Attention is just good. And, you know, that goes against the makeup of a lot of people, you know what I mean, including myself. That goes against the makeup of a lot of folks. So it's very difficult for people to continuously support certain things and certain people, you know what I mean? And I understand that, you know what I mean? I understand that, and I'm never going to be in a situation where I'm going to question somebody for making what they feel is, you know, a moral decision, and so on and so forth. Like, I got it. Understand. 100%. I think my problem in all of this, as I reflect over it all, is the fact that we're in a place now where we have so many fighters and so many people, and really I'm going to cover athletes on my podcast, but I'm not even going to talk about overall athletes. I'm just talking about boxing. Right now we have so many good fighters who come from the culture, who are ambassadors for the sport, who are gentlemen, who are scholars, who are historians with regard to the sport. They're husbands, they're fathers, you know, they're all around good dudes, and they're doing the right things. You know what I'm saying? They're using their platform to speak out against injustice and so on and so forth. And there's so many of those dudes that are doing the right things, and I just hate the fact that they're overshadowed by Adrian Broner and his bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Or other fighters who are, you know, when Floyd does shit, Floyd Mayweather and his bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Tank Davis and his bullshit. The Charlos and their bullshit. Like, I hate that these fighters who are high level integrity, who are guys who possess and women who possess high levels of integrity, high levels of fortitude, you know what I'm saying, high levels of respect, they conduct themselves with honor. I hate the fact that they're being overshadowed by you know, what's presumed to be acceptable behavior from, you know, their contemporaries, and I just hate that. And so I just really been thinking about it and reflecting, and like I said, I'm just talking about boxing, but that's something that's bigger. And you know, when you think about, you know, the American experience, and really, you know, for all intents and purposes, when you think about the African American experience, that's something that's rampant, and it's not just in the sport of boxing, not just in athletics. It's spilled over into music, it's spilled over into acting, into the arts, so on and so forth, man. It's just one of those situations where, you know, there's a lot of publicity, a lot of favor given to shit that is negative, and negative components, negative activities, negative behavior, so on and so forth. And so I just really hate that. And I'm bringing it back to the sport of boxing. I hate that when you have somebody like Errol Spence Jr., who's totally being overshadowed by bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You have people like Deontay Wilder, you know what I'm saying, Bud Crawford, Andre SOG Ward. Like, you have so many people who are, hell, Timothy Bradley. You know what I'm saying? You have so many people who are carrying the sport in a positive manner, in my opinion. I hate to see that, you know what I mean, that shit being overshadowed by negativity, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's just negativity, negative behavior, you know, really just a bunch of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. And the whole goal of that stuff, you know, of the shenanigans and the foolishness, the whole goal is literally just to sell tickets, or, you know, to put asses in seats, and so on and so forth, man. And it's really truly unfortunate, man. It really truly is, especially in my opinion for the youngest who are coming in the game, and, you know, the youngest who are coming up in the game, and them thinking that, you know, in order to increase their marketability or in order to make money, they got to be out here on this dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? And I really hate that. And that is one of the truly unfortunate things about kind of where we are. You know what I mean? And when we have people who behave like, you know, Adrian Broner with his, you know, his sporadic behavior, and you know, and people, you know what I'm saying, Tank lashing out, you know what I'm saying, the TRILLs lashing out, and so on and so forth. Like, that shit is just really, it's really unfortunate in my opinion, and I hate the fact that it overshadows people who do the things that they're supposed to be doing. So one of the things I'm gonna work on myself, and I'm gonna commit to doing, is really truly using my platform, man, to cover the shit that should be covered. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm unconcerning myself with, you know, the clicks and generating money and so on and so forth. I'm more worried about having a positive effect on the sport that I love. You know what I'm saying? I'm more important about doing my part to be intentional with communicating, you know what I'm saying, the right stuff and the right things. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy shit about it is, if you notice, it's only the black fighters that are getting that sort of negative publicity, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, truly think about it, man. Think about this shit that went on with Adrian Broner and what he said and the spill out, right? That shit has gotten so much more publicity and so much more coverage from the media than the Oscar De La Hoya situation with him, you know what I'm saying, giving a new definition of fucking spooning. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Adrian the Problem Broner shit has got so much more coverage than Oscar shit. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I just think that there's just some bigger components, and there's some bigger factors, and there's some bigger things at play, and I really truly feel like it's by design. So I'm gonna do my part to try to offset that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And give some light and give more shine to people that I feel are truly good for the sport, good for sports, good for the culture. You know what I'm saying? Truly being ambassadors of the sport, you know what I'm saying, that I love. And, you know, that's pretty much all I had to say about that, man. I got nothing else, you know, with regard to that. So this is JuniorTheTruth. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video, man. I really truly appreciate it. At the conclusion of the video, please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Be on the lookout for new episodes of the Original Zone podcast, presented by yours truly, JuniorTheTruth. And every Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, tune in to the All Hustle No Luck LiveCast, presented by yours truly, JuniorTheTruth. Link is in the description. There's also an app available in your respective app store, whether you're Android or Apple. You can go to your app store and download my app, man. Go ahead and download my app. You can listen in to the show, interact in the chat room, so on and so forth, man. But be sure to check my show out, man. We get it in. This is JuniorTheTruth signing off, man. I'm a Ohio-born player made. If you don't know anything else about me at the end of the day, I got it.